it's Alana J back again with another video. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you. Before I even get into what this video is, let me just say thank you guys for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. Oh my goodness, your girl is finally at 1K subscribers. I'm not monetized yet. I have a few hundred watch hours left over that I need to collect. I believe I have like 3,000 something and you need 4,000, so watch my videos. But anyway, thank you so much. If you have subscribed, if you just watched, if you like shared it, or you watched something similar, or you watched 2 videos back to back, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Also, do not forget to also follow me on my socials as well. This will really help for this video, because if you guys have any more questions, you can definitely comment them down below. But like, if you have any questions that you want to contact me personally about with what I'm about to talk about today, you can definitely go to my socials and DM me if you want to. So here are my socials. And IG Alana J with 3 underscores. Same for Twitter. They're there for polls, questions, quizzes, anything that I cannot do on YouTube, I will do right here. Anyway, today, as you guys can see by the title of the video, I am going to be talking about how you can save for your car. So basically, my first tip, I have my iPad right here in front of me. Tip number 1 for saving. Okay, so I want to say tip number 1 for saving for your car. First, before you even think about saving for your car, please research every single thing about the car that you want. Diamond, that you guys already met and pretty much know all about now at this point. If you don't, I'll drop some videos about her. My Honda Civic EX, I sat there and did so much research. Like, I did so much research. I sat there and was constantly on Honda certified, like the Honda certified website. Like, there's a whole thing, but there's a full website for certified products. But I went on there, I went on CarMax, I went on Car Gurus, I had AutoList. Like, I had so many different resources for this car so that I can really see what the price range was for it, depending on the year, the mileage, what's it called, what model I got, like the little like EX, EXL, yeah, I believe that's the model at the end. So basically, I was sitting there trying to see what the price range was for selling. That way I would be able to know how much I would feel like I would need to put down, because I already knew I was going to be putting money down. Usually when you're going to go buy a car, you're going to put money down, unless they're having unless you get a new car and they tell you like you don't have to put any money down, or if you like end up shopping through some promotional event and they say you don't have to put any money down. But most of the time you do. So as most of you guys know, my car is used. It is a certified pre-owned. So I feel like if you're going for a used car, I definitely recommend the certified pre-owned, because you get a pre-owned warranty with it, which is really nice. Also, they like re-clean it up, revamp it up, and make it look pretty much new. And I think that is really good for people who don't want to spend almost, you know, $25,000 on a new car. They rather spend like 16, 14,000, somewhere around there. I feel like that's where certified pre-owned comes in really well, because it's like, what am I about to spend? So definitely number 1 is to do your research. Please do your research, because last year, like when y'all saw the car videos like car shopping, da 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 da. I'll put the little thumbnail right here. I promise I'll put it there. Car shopping the first day or whatever. Like, yeah, we went car shopping, but really, like, we were looking. Like, we knew we weren't going to buy a car the first day, even though I wanted to so badly. This was before I even wanted to put my own money down. This was when, like, me and my parents were thinking about, you know, them helping me put some money down, and then I pay the payment and whatever. So yeah, and also, like, if you're with your parents, if you don't have established credit, you don't have to have, you know, you can have credit, you know, but for me, like, I'm 21, right? But I have a debit card. I've had a debit card since I was, I want to say 14 years old, 14 or 15 years old. So I never had a credit card until a couple months ago. Not even a couple months ago, probably like a month ago, I finally got my first credit card. Because my parents don't really believe in me having a credit card until I have an established career. And I get that, because it's like, with your credit, that can mess you up for, you know, buying future cars, buying a house, and even renting an apartment. Like, credit scores are very, very important. And so for me, the only thing that had me have a credit score was my student loans. And, like, me having the student loans and then them being paid off, and that was by my parents. So, like, my credit score, you know, it's okay, but it definitely wasn't, you know, good enough to not have a cosigner. So, you know, that's, you know, whatever, that's fine. So yes, my mom co-signed on my car, and I was definitely okay with that. So yeah, I would definitely do your research, go all in depth about whether or not you would need a cosigner, whether or not you are looking for certified pre-owned, or you're looking for just a basic used car, or you're looking to buy new. So for new, the only, like, advice I have for new cars, see if you can do a lease. That's the only thing I have to say, because depending on what month you buy your car and if it's new, there can be promotional events for leases. You may not like it in a couple of years, especially with how, like, cars are updating themselves so much these days. Like, you may not want that same car for, you know, 5 years. You may only want it for 2.5. You may only want it for 3. So definitely see if you can do a leasing option before you do a finance option. Okay, so number 1 was definitely do your research, every type of research. Number 2, I would say, is get your money together. So this is the start of getting your money together. What I started to do, definitely everything that has been going on, you guys already know, the whole unemployment and extra funds and stuff like that. That has definitely been a helper, but it was not the cause. If we didn't have this whole pandemic, I still would have had gotten my car. So what I mean by that is that whether you're working or you're in this situation that you're in now, only this specific one, I don't think regular unemployment can get you to get, you know, to be in that state of ready to buy a car. I don't think it's enough. But to, you know, you're having your job. When you get your check, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, whatever the case may be, I would take the dollar amount of your check and put that into your checking. And then the big sum amount, like the hundreds, hopefully everybody's getting paid in the hundreds. The 100 amount, I would put that in my savings. And you will see so fast how your savings grows with every check that you do that with. Last year, I did a test to see if I was able to do this with a car. Basically, we were going to Aruba. If you didn't see that vlog, I'll put it down below. But we were going to Aruba, and I knew that I wanted to spend some coin. You know, your girl wanted to spend some coin. So I sat there and I was like, all right, I need to save. Literally what I did with my job, I took the dollar amount, put it in my checking, and that 100th amount, put it in my savings. And y'all, your girl had money in Aruba, okay? I was set. I felt so confident in myself to know that I did that little saving process, to know that I can definitely do that for a car. Because really what it is like, you know, you can afford a car payment depending on how much you're about to put down. So usually I would recommend for people my age, depending on the hour you work, I feel like a really good car note for us is within the 200 range. Just because most of our jobs, hopefully most of our jobs are paying us more than $200 a month. So that's where I look at that. So this kind of rolls into tip 3. Know what you're getting monthly at your job, so that you can be able to calculate how you're able to put money aside for your car note, and then money aside for whatever else you're using your money for. So yeah, I think what you should do is definitely look at, you know, this is the dollar amount. This is what I'm getting on this check. This is what I'm getting on this check. You can take those $2 amounts and probably have, you know, about half of those 2 checks combined, which is really good. So like, you know, say you have $450. Excuse me. You have $450 and you have another $450. You know, you take those 50, those 250s, boom, you have $100 to yourself. But in your savings account, you have $800. Like, so you're even closer to whatever your deposit or down payment is going to be. So for me, I know some people were asking me, actually this one girl had asked me, let me see if I can pull up the question. Let me see if I can pull up the question. Okay, so this one girl had asked me, she said, I'm looking into a 2020 Civic. Did you have to put a lot down? Congratulations and good luck to you. So thank you, Daisha, for asking. I hope I pronounced your name right. Thank you for asking this question. So I responded to her with, I didn't have to put a lot down. I only put about 15% down. So that was really good. And then I said that I wish her the best. So 15% is, if you guys can go on Google and like see what 15% exactly is. It basically was a good amount, enough for me to have a good payment. But then my mom had also sold the Honda Civic. I mean, not Civic, Accord. She sold the Honda Accord, and then she had gave me some money towards it also. So that was really nice of her, and I didn't even know she was going to do that. So I thank her so much for that. Mom, when you watch this, I thank you so much. But yeah, she ended up doing that, and then that ended up really giving us like a nice, you know, 15% down. And now my payment is in that 200 range. So I would definitely just really look into that tip number 3, like really 2 and 3. Really sit there and look at your dollar payments and that dollar amount. Really put that in your checking and just hold on to your savings, because I promise you in the end it will be great when you have your car. You sitting there whipping it. You're sitting there whipping it, having fun, because you got your car and then you paying off your payments all well and everything. So yeah, I definitely do recommend doing that. Also checking, make sure you're paying attention to your monthly payments from your job to see, like, you know, if I work this many hours, how much will I have? Like, I started doing that last year, actually, in preparing for this moment, even though I didn't get the car until a year later. But I was literally sitting there like, okay, this many hours times the hourly pay, this is what I'm going to have. So let me take that dollar amount and remember to put, this is the dollar amount I'm putting in my checkings. And then, you know, the rest is going to my savings. So on to my 4th tip. I think my 4th tip was, what was it? Hold on. I'm so sorry, y'all. That was a lot of checking and savings. Okay, so my 4th tip was, oh, ow, to try to spend a little less or budget a little bit. Budgeting is very, very important when you are preparing for a car. Now, y'all know, since I do YouTube and I do my hauls and my stuff is not sponsored yet, speaking and hoping for the future, since my stuff isn't sponsored yet, you know, a lot of the money towards my channel is out of pocket. And so since it's out of my pocket, I gotta sit there and try to measure up, you know, what amount will I be spending in this haul, and how would that haul benefit my budgeting for the car. So really, these past couple months up until where I got my car, I was using a lot of Afterpay. I didn't have to budget that much because, like I said, for the, you know, extra payments that was coming from the whole pandemic situation. But last year, for example, I was doing a lot of Afterpay, Quad Pay, stuff like that. And I still use it, and I love it so much because it's literally 4 installments that you're paying. I think it's every 2 weeks that you pay them, and it's literally like so much less. Wait, somebody said so much less. You're saving so much more money when you buy something. So say something's $100 and you want to buy it, but you're like, you know, I do have the money to just go out and just buy it for $100, but I don't really want to spend my entire $100 right now. The Quad Pay, Afterpay, both of those will sit there and split up the payments. I think they add $1 for your card, though. They do add $1. But what it is they'll split it up into 4 payments. So it'll be 25, 25, 25, 25. And that's it. So every 2 weeks, you'll just be paying $25 for whatever you purchased, and then you're done. So literally, you already pay off one $25 payment or whatever the split in 4 is. You pay that as soon as you check out, and then you only have 3 payments left. So I think that's been one of the most simplest things to saving money, is just you know, you want to go and get something, but you're budgeting right now because you're trying to get your car, or you're trying to get an iPad or iPhone or something that's, you know, really expensive, and you really don't want to put all the money out. Sitting there going month to month using something like Afterpay or Quad Pay really, really, really helps. I promise you, it really helps. If you guys have any more questions about that, you can definitely ask me, because I'm probably the queen of those things because I use them all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna stop at tip number 5. So tip number 5 is just be patient. It's really not about how much more to save or how much more to budget. It's just be patient, because some of these used car places, if you're getting a used car, some of these used cars, they be a little sus, okay? They be a little sus. And you'll see something that's 2017, but is listed for $13,000, and you oh, I can afford that. Let me go run. No. Look at the pictures, call them, you know, email them, contact, you know, go to the actual Honda site or whatever car site that is the official one and see what they're running the price for. Look at the mileage, and if you're buying a car that's over 100,000 miles, I pray for you, because usually with those you gotta put more money into it, and that's a lot. So yeah, I couldn't do that. My parents wouldn't even let me do that, but I personally could not do that. My Honda came with 30,000 miles. So when you're looking at something and that's 30,000 miles, 2016 and up, and it's has all the features, Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, you know, the seats is nice, you got a little touch screen, you know you're gonna be in a ballpark of 14,000 to 14,000 up. Unless you sit there and know, you know, you can haggle the price and everything like that. But you know you're going to be in that price range for that type of car. Now, if it's 2016 and lower, that's different, because that's a even more older car. That's different instances and certain circumstances that you're looking at, and so you got to think of it, what am I exactly looking for? What features do I want? Am I okay with the basic model? Am I not okay with the basic model? Like, you got to look at all that stuff. I personally wasn't okay with the basic model. I knew I wanted a sunroof. I knew I wanted, you know, power windows, and forever I was telling y'all I needed heated seats. I do not. But like I'm saying, like, you want to really, like, that tip number one with that research, you really want to make sure you are boiling down exactly what you want for your car, because these salespeople will trick you. They will trick you. They'll say, oh, this car is this amount of this amount, but it doesn't have Apple CarPlay, it doesn't have this and this and this, but you know, you just saw the car cheaper somewhere else and it does have those things. Like, explain. Alright, you guys, so hopefully all of my tips made sense. I think they pretty much did, and hopefully you guys liked this video. If you guys stayed this long, do not forget to subscribe, okay? And if you guys want tips and tricks or anything else, or you like this kind of sit down where I just kind of give you guys, like, you know, a little intel on some things, let me know, y'all. Comment down below what y'all want to see, okay? We are pretty much posting 3 times a week at this point, and you know, I'm ready to put out the content, okay? Do not forget to also follow me on my socials. Like I said before, they're not just up there because they're cute. They're up there because I want you to what? Follow me. Follow me. Alright. Thank you guys so much for 1K. Again, I cannot even believe I am saying that. And oh my goodness. I'm just ready to be at 10. I'm ready to be at 10K. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.